Let's have a look at some details about consolidating markets. So first of all, they are a low probability market conditions to trade in, right? So if you have a big consolidation, you'd first of all never know when the market is going to break out, when the market is going to fake out, and when the market is just going to respect the level, react from it, and all of that stuff. Consolidations are pretty vague and pretty tricky to trade, and as well a low probability market. So I much prefer to focus on trending markets rather than focusing on consolidations. But of course, we're going to have consolidations, which are just directionless markets. It cannot pick direction, and usually you will see consolidations after a huge move up or a huge move down, when actually the banks are really taking a break, accumulating their profits, and potentially cooking for a new position and for a new direction, right? As I already said, they are a low probability market to trade. We never know when the market is going to break out, when it's a fake out. And again, we always need to see a clear break above, stay above, retest, and then potentially continuation in order to prove that the market is really about to pick a direction. All right. So consolidations are also not perfect. It's not just up, down, up, down, up, down. And as you can see from my example, it is way too messy, right? It's not just up, down arrows, but you see we have structure in between. Can you trade that structure? Oh, yes, you can. And this is the fun thing about consolidation, is that you can actually trade them with some minor structure and minor trends. All right. And also it has a mid-range, a little detail. So as you can see, between support and between resistance, 50% inside is your mid-range, which will usually act as a form of support and resistance. And as you can see, the market pushes up, pulls back, reacts from the mid level, creates a higher high. Then we react from the resistance. We fail to make a new higher high, so we create a lower high right there. We push, we react from the middle, we create a lower high, we take a short into support. Then the market explodes, breaks the major lower high, retests the midline, comes into the highs, creates a higher high, then pulls back, maybe a long right there in the middle, but then it fails to make a higher high, breaks again below, and then again keeps jumping in between all of those levels right there. And this is consolidation. You never know if a long will be right there, and always avoid trading consolidations in the middle. The highest probability is from support or from resistance. But again, you should be aware that it has a mid zone as well. And again, if we have a look at a consolidation, you can see how messy it is to trade such a market. But let's again screenshot it and let's break it down as always. See, boom, boom. Here we go into our example. I'm going to take my blue pen again. All right. So, oh man, this is really hard to break down. So you see, I immediately have the middle line, and just by visualizing it, you can see how the market tends to react from it right there as well, how it tends to slow around those areas, right? You can see, but never base a trade just on that midline, right? So the market creates a resistance, pushes strongly to the downside, creates a lower high right there, then continues to break structure. So we're in a downtrend. But then all of a sudden, the market strongly impulses to the upside. So we look for longs right now. Can we take a long from here? Absolutely yes, because we're expecting a market reversal. The market makes a higher high. So beautiful, this long played out. So what do we wait for is for another long. Where is your structure? Oh man, a little bit tricky. So I would say that this is my structure right there. Those two wicks, because this is the move that broke the structure right there. We retest it, we take a long, but then the market fails to make a higher high, as in the textbook example, and then we break structure. So right now, this is our lower high, all right? Short from right there, the market breaks structure. This is your major lower high. The market continues and taps into support. And all of a sudden, boom, huge break of all structures on the left. So what we do, we have to adjust. Where is your major structure? Oh man, it's hard to find. So if I delete everything again, boom, 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 okay. I would say, yeah, it's not really good, but I would say this. Yeah, it doesn't even have a wick, but we have a push. We have one candle of pullback and then another impulse to the upside. And this actually broke structure, which creates a higher low. All right. The market pulls back. Can we take a long from here? Yes, you can. Then the market pushes. And then again, you see even consolidations are not perfect. It did not come into the resistance level, but it created a near resistance level. It pushed up. It failed to break with a body close above this structure right there. We flush to the downside and we break structure. So right now we're in a short market. But again, you can see that we have this overall zone right there of support. So the market reacts from it. And then we start having this uptrend, right? So you start confusing yourself. So right there we can take longs, all right? But the market is jumping into this resistance level right now, which is a new consolidation range. This is your new consolidation range. And this is going to happen. you're gonna have consolidations within consolidations. And again, a little tip, USD CAD does this a lot. All right. But then again, this is why market structure is so crucial. You can take longs right there. All right. Higher high, higher low, long. Higher high, higher low right there, long. Failure to break above this level. Lower high formation. What do? We take shorts. The market taps into support. Can you take a long? Yes, you can. If you really want to trade support, a consolidation support. And as you can see, the market consolidated again, broke structure, retested. You can take a long. But again, you see from this move to the downside, this is your lower high. And then we actually break structure, which makes this your major lower high right there. And maybe afterwards, we started to reverse to the downside. So I really hope this little example provided you with actually a real market example of consolidation, so that you can see that consolidations, as I have read books and other courses, it's not just up and down and up and down. It's creating trends in between that you can actually capitalize on, but you have to be a little bit extra careful. All right. So this is consolidations, support, resistance, midline. It's not always perfect. You're always going to have consolidations within consolidations. So make sure that you see when certain levels are forming and when they're starting to break. But again, if you really zoom in on this chart, you're going to see trends like this. You're going to see trends like that to take a short trends like this, long trades like this, and then you can definitely capitalize. But again, it's slightly bit risky and not a high probability. All right. So this is consolidations. Let's right now jump onto the live charts and show you how you can practice this and how to flow with the market.